Good afternoon, it's Tony again with Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date, 1st of February 2022, and we're looking again at some footage from the 7th of August 2021. Timed at just coming up to about 1:45 in the morning. Now, what's interesting with this particular day, there are several captures. June, July, very little. August up to now. In fact, let's go back and look at August. We tended to be dealing with as I noted here, following a flatline activity June, July, it now appears that spontaneous activity has increased tenfold. The rooms are in the same condition with the empty room still vacant. Okay. As I started to get through these, because what I'm looking at is folders dated through August with numbers of movies in there, I just presumed that it's sprung back into action, but very quickly I started to realise that it's not quite as spontaneous as I originally thought it would have been. Particularly the first was a general loud bang that triggered the camera. Movie 354 with the top of the stairwell light, centre light comes on. Now that was an unusual one. And then in the main office we have a trigger ball twice that lit up. In that particular one, on movie 355 on the 4th of August, the ball lit up, but you could hear just a few seconds before incredibly loud engine sound. Suggestion being, is that what's vibrated it and caused it to come on? Likewise, the one a little bit later, the camera triggers again, and we found that top left here, the cloud started to come over because it's at 9:30. Cloud comes over, start to cut off the rest of the sun. CCTV sees that as an environmental change and alerts the camera. And when I started to look at the times at 9:30, for example, I clearly see evening civil twilight is 9:02 to 9:44. It's almost in the middle of that. So that was the explanation for that alert. We then got into the main office again, and we had a light anomaly. I think everyone was confident with that. We're just dealing with some sort of flaky type of anomaly that gets lit up by the CCTV. Likewise, on the 5th of August, there were two alerts, one at 2:28 in the morning, the other one at 2:45 in the morning. Bigger ball lights up. I don't know if the couldn't hear anything, couldn't see anything. I don't know why that ball lit up. It's only that single one ball. The other one appears to, which is about 2 foot away, doesn't alarm at all, which is suggestive of maybe false alarming, that type of thing. That was on the 5th of August, and I went out at the 7th of August, and I'm generally thinking that things will get a little bit strange, because it's not this one, it's the one afterwards, which will be movie 359, which is something quite unusual, which I've not dealt with before. So let's have a look at this first one anyway, which was just coming up to 1:45 in the morning. Key on this window. This is what triggers the alarm. It's gone. There are two things that happen here. It goes darker, then there's a strange sound, and the light comes back on. There are street lights outside, and there's also across the way a building with a security light, but I can still hear the sound. Is it quarter to 1 in the morning? In principle, the building should be deserted. It's almost like a droning sound. Now that goes out there. Now we have had issues with the street light suddenly going out and coming back on again. I dealt with one just a few weeks back, remember, where everything seemed to go out, but only associated with this side of the building. So clearly the CCTV lamp has suddenly gone darker. This is 1:45 in the morning. Let me just take a shot at this. Right, okay. There's also a camera. Is there another window there? There's another camera there. 18 hours. That hasn't picked it up. Only this one. So let's listen to this sound again. That camera doesn't pick it up because it's not affected this window. It's only this one, the outside. It's lit up, then it isn't. There. That window doesn't get affected, neither does light here. That's the reason why that camera there is not alerted. This is directly in front of it. That's the reason why it's put the square around it. This is the environment change that we've had. There's been nothing before this movie whatsoever. Nothing. It goes out. Then we get this sound. This is what we call an accidental capture. The light dimming and then coming back on again, there. So it's lit there. It goes out. We then get the sound. You can just hear it in the background. Light comes back on. Around about 20 seconds, 26 seconds. So we're talking about 26 seconds between that. Then the light obviously stays on with the rest of it, but you get this droning sound that's continuing. So me initially thoughts were, it's okay, it's 1:45 in the morning, but I don't let that dominate me thoughts with this. I just look at the the event and see if we can find an explanation for it. Say, for example, a truck came driving into the complex past the crash centre where they've got the security light. That then switched that on, and what we're hearing is the sound, but there's no indication before it because it actually dims. So if this security light has come on before, you would expect it to be dull, then light up as a truck come past, and then go back out again. But it's actually the opposite. The light is on, goes out. That's what's triggered the camera. Then we hear the sound. And the same sound stays. Then the light comes back on again. At 26, there you go. The light is back on. And it stays on throughout. That's a slight change then. It's this droning sound. So what I've done, I've taken a screenshot of the alarm, the first one. The camera will continually record a total of 1 minute 60 seconds, which will include 3 seconds of the initial, the event that's triggered the camera, plus 3 seconds before, and another 57 seconds after, which will cover then the anomaly, what's triggered the camera, plus 55 seconds of extra. And we've got no clues from it. So all we know is the light is lit, goes out, comes back on. There's a sound of some form of engine, a droning sound. Very loud at first, then just seems to be just sat back in the background. So the way I'm going to work with this is I'm actually going to separate these. I'm actually going to put that into that because the owner actually asked me. That's the noises. Yeah. So I'll pop that screenshot in there. Let's open Mixcraft. And what we're going to do is to have a look at this sound, see if I can find a rational reason for it. Why haven't I got some audio? Yeah. Okay. I'll just keep that in there for the moment. There's the drone sound. This is the bit that we're interested in. Nothing visual that we're interested in. Get rid of that. What I'll do is I'll actually lift the volume. And we'll watch it all the way through. Sorry, we'll listen all the way through. That's the best way to go with this. You get after the sound, so we don't deafen us. I can hear a voice. I've got a voice there. I'm pretty confident I've got a voice there. Let's see if we can clean this up a little bit. It sounds like a voice in there. What I'm actually going to do is go flat to flat. You can't hear anything. I can just hear the voice at that point. Okay, let's just like that so it doesn't blow your ears out. What I'm taking a few seconds before it, and allow me to clean that up a little bit. I've introduced noise by amplification because I've simply done is amplified the background. So take the loop off, get rid of that track, insert a new audio track. Yeah, get rid of that for a second. Okay, turn that up. And I will save that. Seems to be quite a big file for some reason. Okay. Okay, we have a Mixcraft, and what we're going to do now is this is the edited one. I'm going to use some software called WavePad. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is, let's just stop it there, make sure I know whereabouts the voice is. Okay, don't seem to be able to hear that. Okay. Right. Yeah, I can just about hear it. It's going to be real problematic to clean this up where we can hear it. So what we do, grab the noise sample, I'll add it all. Okay, apply it. Okay. I'm just going to do a little bit more. The wrong one. Okay. I'm now just going to save that into another WAV. And this one I'm going to call Edit 2. Okay, close that down. There's Edit 2. Right. It's sometimes handy if the problem that we have with this bit is the section is quite small, and they've got the voice just coming out after it. So to enable you to really delete this bit out and not start taking out your the bit that you want, which is the actual EVP itself, if there is an EVP, what we're going to do is to expand it. And we do that by changing the speed, the tempo. So all we've got to do is, my default's about 150 anyway. And as you can see, the track is getting much, much longer. Okay, so 150. So which means now, if we take that bit out, drop that back, yeah. Okay, now because we've saved it on maximum volume, shut down Metcraft and brought it back again, we've got a load more volume available to us again. So this is the second stage of the amplification. How noisy it's going to get is questionable. So what we'll do now is loop it all. There's an old proverb which I tend to agree with. You can't make a silk purse out of sow's ear. And we're in the moment, we're into the sow's ear. You know, the volume is incredibly low, and you're limited to what you can do before you start. You go past the point of enhancement and beginning to deteriorate the sound. So we'll see how we go. So let's loop it. Right, okay. It seems to just carry on forever. So the way I'm actually going to work with this, I'm going to get rid of that edit to one, because what I did before, I saved a lot more of the file afterwards, just to make absolutely certain there's nothing else that's into it after. Let's edit 2, there it is. Bring that back in. See how it's much louder. We'll do the same as we did before. Set that to 150. In fact, what I will do, I'll take it to 170. Click that out. Then just bring it back again to 150. Okay. Just can't quite. That's got it. That is utterly bizarre. Sounds like a female voice. I'm really limited what I can do with this. It's I think the question is not what it says, but what's it doing there. This is, if we go back to the original footage, we get this light, these lights coming on, darkens, then we get the word sound. And immediately after that, there's voices. Talking. This is 1:45 in the morning. What's the 7th of August? Saturday morning. 7th of August. What's going on there? There are a series of events that are occurring. The light dims, like once that happens, just turn it down a touch. So it's lit up, goes out. The strange sound, I don't know, I have a clue what that is. And then the minute that's almost at the same time as that springs up, that sound, you can hear voices, but incredibly distant away, or at very, very low volume, and then the light comes back on again. So this is a real strange one. I think the way that I'll work with this, I'm going to go flat, turn the volume up, and just simply save that section. Okay. Right. Possible EVP movie. $358. Okay, so we're done with that. Okay. What I now need to do is I'm going to get rid of that lot. Put another video track in, and I'm going to bring the video back in, the original video. Use that one. We're not interested in what visual, all we're interested in is the audio, because we now need to analyse what that is. I'm not going to turn the volume up, so otherwise I'll just deafen you. Okay, and what I'll also do at the same time is I'll take a screenshot of the frequency. Okay. Just got a boom sound, that'll do. It's actually going to be a long video, this one. The potential in the building is a hand dryer. There is one on the first floor. But the camera itself, as I'll show you on these others of the same day, through that door there is the empty room which we've got the capture from, which we're now dealing with. This is around about 4 hours later. This light, this here has a sensor light that comes on. So if someone's in the building, the sensor light comes on. The sensor light comes on. There. There's also an unusual sound that's heard. So if somebody was using the hand dryer, I would expect this. We know it's working because 4 or 5 hours later it does alarm up to say that there has been a change in the environment. But it doesn't on this one, which is where you'd expect it to occur. If somebody is inside that hallway using a hand dryer through the loos or whatever, you could be fairly guaranteed that that same sensor light would switch on and it would tell us that was the case. That didn't happen. So it's incredibly baffling. Anyone's got any thoughts on this? The way that I'm actually going to work with this now, thinking about it, is that's the sound that we're interested in now. We know what frequency it is. I don't think I'm going to have any sinking hand dryer. I have got one. Right, okay. Because the hand dryer would have to come through doors. It'd have to go through the door to the entrance to the, and these are thick fire doors, through a fire door into the main office. Then the door that leads into the loos. That's where the hand dryer is. So let's have a little experiment. This is going to be a longer movie. I only apologise for that. But this is part of the fun. What is it? Okay. There you go, that's the hand, you can see the frequency. Let's just go back. I'll do it in real time. Okay, I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that. And I've got what I've actually done. I've actually turned the volume down to relatively match the other capture, the actual one. And clearly, very different. Take it down a bit more. Okay, that's another hand dryer. That's what we'll do. We'll get rid of this one. That's that one of that as well. I can accept that these two been recorded near the dryer. The one that we've got, you know, if we think the sound that's been recorded on CCTV is in fact a hand dryer, it's exact to go through two doors, so obviously the frequency is going to change. But it sounds like more of a booming sound rather than hair dryer, which is relatively quite loud. And we have recorded the hand dryers in there before, but I just wanted to go back over it again. So what else could be causing that sound? Could it be a vehicle? Could it be a vehicle? So get rid of that. Just sound like chatter, doesn't it? Quite a complex one. That is quite a lot going on within it. I just can't think what sound this could be. What sound is that? At the end of the day, a hand dryer doesn't last for a couple of seconds. Let's just turn it back to normal volume. The more I hear it, the more baffled I get. I simply don't know. It's an incredibly unusual one. You know, we've got a visual as well as a sound here. Get rid of that. And I think no doubt it's that's triggered the camera. Then the rest of it is accidental. There's the boom sound. Then we get the light back on. There's that chatter that's going on in there. And the light comes back on. I really don't know what to make of that. Okay, it's going to be quite a complex one to write up, that one. A lot going on in that one. And we've also got a quite an unusual one coming up in movie 358. So I'll give you a bit of a taster of this. 358, this is the one. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think that's just an insert, that. I thought it was that one. I had a quick look through them before. So I think it may be just we're just dealing with the light. I may be getting confused, and that was the one that I thought there was something to do with the light. So you can forget that one about 359. I'll come back to it next. I'll save the movie. I have a clue what that sound is. If you've got any thoughts yourself, let me know. So, okay, see you on the next one. Bye.